Hey everybody, this is Elizabeth and Joanne with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. Welcome to our channel. For those of you that are new here, this is where we share and guide you into that balanced, neutralized energy that is so magnetic to your twin flame. This is the energy that draws your twin flame back in and keeps them in your space. If you guys are new here, Joanne and I are both in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. We live with our twin flames. We have been through it all. So we are there right with you guys. We've been through the dark night. We've been through the separation. We've been through the push and pull energy. And now we are balanced, and we have been living and maintaining balanced, permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. And that is how we are teaching and guiding you guys. So for today's video, we got a question about is wanting to protect my twin flame duality. So what that really means and what we'll go over and how it may apply to you. Those questions we get so often about, can I pray for my twin flame? Can I send healing energy to my twin flame? Can I just want to protect them and send them this kind of energy? Is that duality? Meaning, is that separation consciousness? Is that keeping me pushing my person, or is that helpful for our connection? And that's what we're going to discuss in this video today. But before we get to the video, I want to do a quick share of how we can help beautiful souls in this journey, what we created to help you all in your journey to get to this place where Joanne and I are at now, in that amazing balanced energy where our twin flames can be with us on a permanent basis. So first, we created a life-changing, and we will always say it's life-changing because that's exactly what it is, a life-changing 30-day twin flame detox. Go in our comments, read the messages people have posted about our detox. There is no other program in the twin flame arena, seriously, that works the way our detox works. It works so well that people were magnetizing sometimes even before the 30 days was up. And then the next question was, my person's back. How do I balance? And so we created then an ultimate balancing program that teaches you step by step when your person contacts, when you start having, signs and synchronicities, when you get a text message, when they want to meet up. We teach you step by step how to stay in this balanced, neutralized energy so you don't push again, because that's the problem. A lot of people can magnetize, but then they push immediately as their person comes back in their space, and we show you how to stay balanced. So with that, my loves, let's get on to this video. We hope it allows you to shift. Remember, subscribe if you like our content, and just keep on this journey with us. We've got you, our loves. Here's the question. Not sure if I'm understanding how my TF is my soul and we are one. I feel I am fine with not being with, seeing, or talking to him. I'm okay with him not being in my life, but I want him to be happy. Like, I feel I want to protect him from people being mean or using him. That is his situation right now. Similar to the feeling you have about your kids. Is that still duality? Am I not understanding that he is already with me? He is me?
So I would say that I don't worry about those things anymore. I used to have my person, like during separation, sometimes he'll message me and tell me like work's going really bad, or he's having a really hard time with his family member or something. I'm like, oh no, oh hell no. And I get all up in his stuff. Like I'm the one that's going to fix him. Like I'm the one that's going to solve his things. And finally, and PS, just so you guys know, he pulls every time when I'm trying to solve his stuff, when I'm trying to make his work better, when I'm trying to protect him from people that the mind is worried about. He pulls, because that's not why he's telling me them. We've already told you guys this, and we'll tell you time and time again. Majority of the things that our people tell us isn't for us to solve. And my person's done this several times when I try to solve his stuff. He'll tell me, I don't want you to solve my stuff. I just want you to be there. I just want your presence, is what he's really saying. And that's the truth. When we try to figure them out and worry about what they're doing, thinking, and feeling, we're then now separate from them. And let's get real, my love. Your person is protected from your soul. So I trust that my soul's got us. My soul's got him. My soul's got me. And I trust. Because if we spend all of our energy and time trying to put our person in this bubble where they're untouchable and no one can hurt them and all these things, what about you? Like, who's protecting you? Who's making sure you're good? We're so busy losing ourselves and giving all of our energy and time on our person that we're not giving it to us. And guess what? That's the exact reason why our people pull when we're trying to do everything for them. Let me make your life better. Let me buy you gifts. Let me give you all the attention. Let me figure out what we do in every get together, every event, every birthday, every holiday. I'm going to do everything. And I've completely released and let him do everything. And it's amazing. It's amazing to be in your positive polarity, divine feminine energy. Seriously, to not freaking do and to just be. It's amazing to be and to watch your person to be their best version of themselves. I'm watching my person work. And I'm telling you, loves, in separation, I freaking did everything I can to try to protect him, make his life better, make his work, like, because I'm such a professional, you know, I'm like a pro with making, being successful in my careers. I know how to run my stuff. So I think I'm going to be the best person to give him advice. And he never, ever needed advice. He didn't want advice from me. He just wanted my presence. He wanted the peace, the non-judgment. He wanted soul. And that allowed him to be his best version. I'm watching him work now. And again, all those years before, I was doing everything I can to try to do everything for him. And he was having a horrible time at work because obviously it wasn't working. And now that I am soul, I'm giving him this non-judgmental, free energy of presence to allow him to just be his best version of himself. And he's thriving. He's thriving. It's so awesome to watch him work, to watch him lead his team, to watch him get promoted time and time and time again. And it's like, holy crap. Of course he doesn't need me. He's got this because his soul and my soul is the same, right? Our soul's got us. Why would I even doubt that he can't do it without me? So yeah, you have to just truly believe that your soul has got you. And the more and more you align with soul, the more and more you become your best version of you. As a byproduct, your person, they become the best version of themselves. And we talk to so many divine feminines too, especially those in separation, like, hey, I've been working on myself. I've been working on, going to the gym. And I found out my person's going to the gym and he's doing like karate or he's doing like boxing. What? Right? I told you guys, me and my person bought keto strips at the same time. Your person is you, my love. He's literally you. Elizabeth, tell everybody the degree that your person is getting.
My person is getting the exact same master's degree that I just got. So he already has a master's degree and he's going back to school to get the exact same one I got because we are so aligned in what our interests are. Like, we are the same.
Oh, it's from the same school, my loves. The same
we
school
took it. We're
she went to.
He's taking the same classes.
Guess what? Twins, right? Isn't that the most like accurate way to show
hold
they
on,
are
Joanne.
you?
I was thinking of something the other day. So crazy. So I've talked about this in other videos that you and I talked about this. Like, when we used to like seek to be held and stuff like that. I've talked in other videos specifically how I will hold myself in bed now to fall asleep. Like, I lay on my side and I wrap my arms almost like in a cross position over my chest, hugging myself to fall asleep now. Well, it's so funny because the other day in bed, I turned around and it was the morning time and I wanted to like, cuddle up with my person. And I felt his arms and how he was sleeping. He was sleeping in the same position that I sleep in, with my arms crossed at my chest, like hugging himself. And I was thinking, of course, like that's what went in my head. Of course, he is me. Of course, we would sleep in that exact same position. I've never seen anyone else sleep that way. So that's why I'm making a note of it, that's how I've been sleeping now since I've balanced my energy. And that's how he sleeps too. And I've seen him do it before, but I've never like really connected it. Holy crap. Of course, we sleep the same way. So crazy.
Yeah. He's you. Our people is literally us. The less we make them separate and more into just being who we are, the more they become their best version of who they are. You know, like we're the same vibration, the exact frequency, the exact match. We have the same core energy. And so all of his beliefs, all of his values, the way we treat our friends, the way we treat our families, the way we see ourselves every day, years from now, it's the same person. If I was to make a decision about something and he had the same thing, he'd probably do the same thing. You know why? Because we're the same person. It's the same person. It's the same thing. You got to trust you because he is you. You got to trust your soul because your soul is your person. Go ahead, my love.
Yeah, I was thinking in one of the sentences that was in this question where it said, let me pull it back up so I can read it. I feel like I want to protect him from people being mean or using him. So when you think about those in terms, that's very 3D oriented. It's very mind, right? I want to protect him from being hurt. Protect him means that you're feeling a lower scale energy towards how he's being treated. Because remember, soul is just observing, soul is neutral. So for example, when I see my person now and he feels lower scale energies because of external things going on around him, what I do is I try to ground myself even more. I try to go within even more. And when I see myself do that, so for example, yesterday, something happened at work that really got him upset. And instead of going and trying to comfort him, I went into my office, and he's in his office and I hear him. And I go into my office and I really went within and I waited and I waited and I made sure my energy was good. I made sure that him being upset, because I could hear him upset, I made sure that it didn't affect me. It didn't affect my vibration. And then when I was really, really balanced, I went into his office, and then the next thing I know, he looks up at me and he's, "I'm sorry that I got upset and that you had to hear me." And I went over and I just kissed him and I said goodbye because I was leaving. I was heading out. But they need us to be peace. They need us to be neutrality. They don't need us to worry about them. In fact, like you said, Joanne, that makes them cool. Us worrying about them is us dipping our energy. It's dipping our own vibration. It's dipping our own levels of consciousness. And it's us going into mind regarding them. That's why they pull. They need us to be neutral. They need us to be peace, because that's the energy they can't provide for themselves. So that's what they're seeking through us without even knowing that that's what they're seeking from us.
Yeah, they need us to be in soul, because that's what soul is. Soul is the observer. Soul is being in the experience without judgment. Because as soon as you judge, oh, people are hurting you. Oh, let me get into vibration, a lower vibration, below neutrality, to try to empathize. Because even empathizing with someone, right? You're putting yourself in their shoes. Guess what? You're focusing on what they're doing, thinking, feeling. Guess what? That's push. Because guess what? That's mind.
Let's talk soul right now, when you just said that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, and this is what I'm realizing more and more, the more we are in tune with energy and the more and more we really understand and feel it on a different scale, what you just said, empathy. So what we considered almost like this really awesome trait, we're empathetic, we can feel when other people are hurt or need help. Really what that also does is we are absorbing those energies, and a lot of times, I would say almost maybe even majority of the time, not only are we feeling and taking on those energies, but we're identifying them as ours. And you just went through this experience last night, love. You called me and you were just like,
I
I'm
did.
feeling really anxious. I'm feeling really anxious and I don't know what it's from. And most likely, because it wasn't from you, you kept saying,
Oh
sending
my
back
gosh,
that
it's
energy.
crazy. I didn't even update you, love. I guess I can update everybody. So all day yesterday, I was super anxious for no effing reason. You guys, I am as present as can be. I'm very high vibration. I am like,
And we were high vibing all day making
oh,
videos yesterday
we
too.
were making videos, we're high vibing. I was so present. I've been in unity consciousness. My family's chill. I'm chill. Out of nowhere, I get this anxious energy. I'm like, what the heck? And I remembered in my spiritual journey, there was this spiritual leader that was like saying, you're going to experience, and it's similar to kind of what Michael Singer says too. It's your samskara, right? You're releasing. There's moments where you're going to release something that is what you remember, like somebody got, you know, somebody cut you off in traffic and you're pissed. So now you know you're pissed. Those are conscious energies released, right? But there's some where the energy is just there and you don't know what to do with it. It's just there. And those have to be released without you even knowing consciously what they are. Okay. Fast forward to, I called Elizabeth. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been meditating all day. I don't know what this is. I have this anxious energy. When I asked her, I'm like, what's anxious? Anxious something to do with the future. What am I worried about the future? I'm like, nothing. I'm so chill right now. Like life is good. I'm so present. And so I told the energy, you're okay to be there. Okay, I didn't tell you this, love. So we went to, my son was going to field day and I don't know, my son loves like sports shoes. You know, he gets like nice brand shoes when he has multiple events. He's the type of kid that collects like, if he has Jordan shoes, he like puts them in the box. He has like specific color for every style or whatever. My son, who has field day, wants to match his field shirt. So it's like some green shirt. And there's these specific shoes he wanted. And it's in a specific area or town where we have to drive pretty far. Because if you go to like the mall, you're going to get the generic shoes. Either way, we were in that area. Okay, I didn't tell you this, love. When we got there, it was weird. There's this girl, she was shaking. Before we got in, my person saw someone running and he was like, oh, they're probably just like getting shoe sizes for someone. Apparently, before we got there was somebody that like stole shoes, but they like pretty much like gun, like, you know, when you point a gun at someone to try to get the shoes because they're trying on shoes and they're going to leave with the shoes. And when he pointed the gun, he said pow, but he didn't shoot. And so the girl was really scared and it was really crazy. And I was like, whoa, all the feeling I felt before when I was meditating were all of the feelings that I was supposed to feel. Does that make sense? I felt the stresses of that lady that got held at gunpoint for when she was at her getting the shoe stolen or whatever. I was with the kids. Obviously, there's cops already and like they're interviewing people. I felt like I was in like a news experience where I'm watching it, but I'm there. And they have helicopters out. They had an ambulance because they have to check on that lady that got, you know, like startled. And I swear I was like, oh, the anxious energy went away because I was telling my person the whole day, I'm like so stressed. And I was like, whoa, was that what I was feeling? Was I feeling what was supposed to happen? Because time is an illusion.
Or what you were gonna, sort of what you were
I
gonna
know.
experience.
And guess what? I didn't need to feel it anymore.
So crazy. Well, Joanne, is sort of similar to last night. I told you I had this meditation and I said, I don't know why, but in the meditation, when I was getting really deep, like that feeling where you feel like you're asleep, but you know you're still awake and you can see visions and it's like an actual vision that pops into your mind. It's not like you thinking something, right? It's something that comes externally. I saw all these people with patriotic clothes and I didn't know what it meant. I was like, what the heck? And I was like, I don't know, but it was like really real. I don't know why I saw these people in American flags. Well, my person was like, it was 10:30 at night. He's like, hey, do you want to watch a movie since I don't have to work tomorrow? And I said, sure. So he puts on this movie he wanted me to watch. The very opening scene, this guy's in a car, it's stuck in traffic, and he looks to his right, and there's a bus with a huge American flag. And then in the next scene, he's in a liquor store, and he knocks over a can of American flags that were like a jar of flags that were sitting on there. And I was like, huh, sort of like
Yeah.
this
No,
is
it's
what
kind of like what I
synchronicities
went
do. It's
to.
like, yeah, it's like,
Well, it was like
random.
projecting what you're, yeah, it's projecting what you're about to experience. And this is what
so
Elizabeth was
weird.
saying. I know, this is what Elizabeth was saying about energy. Like, we are empathizing with other people's energy. I swear that was anxiousness. Everything I felt was not my energy. I felt that lady's energy who was at gunpoint that I was going to see in like, and it was anxiousness, which is future, right? It's future fear. Not mine, my loves. So that's like our point is that
yeah, when you become empathetic, you're actually lowering your
you
vibration.
are lowering yourself.
Yeah, you're
for
because,
sure.
because soul doesn't empathize because empathy implies good or bad, and soul is neutral. Soul does not see duality. There is no good or bad. So when you say, I feel bad, my person's getting treated a certain way, you're now judging that situation and being in mind. So this is what we want to teach you. We want to teach you all. We want to teach you guys energy, because there is only two energies, fear and love. And all we should be trying to do in our lifetimes is raise our vibration consistently to the one of love, which is AKA soul energy.
Yeah, it's so crazy, right? It's crazy that we are conditioned like to think that we have to take care of other people and everyone else and all these things, and we don't realize that there's so much energy of others and experiences that we don't have to take on. Like, to take on that, like, come on, like, right before it happened, that was some freaky stuff. And same thing with you. I swear, Elizabeth keeps texting me and was like, why do I keep seeing red, white, and blue everywhere? What's happening in 4th of July? And she didn't realize she was already seeing that those energies that are about to be experienced later, which is really, really wild. And I also want to say, when we take time to feel into other people's energy, we no longer are in our own energy. We're no longer in our own. And I guess that was really cool for me to know, hey, this isn't my energy, but it's an energy I haven't experienced yet. Because Elizabeth, you were asking me, is it a story? Is there a story behind it? I'm like, no. But then later, after all of that, it was gone. It was done. It was also really cool.
Yeah, because I want you guys to ask yourselves, when you feel a sudden burst of anxiety, fear, jealousy, whatever it is, whatever comes up, when you feel an energy that does not sit well with you, ask yourself, like, so this is what I do, and this is what I was asking Joanne. And this is cool because she knew it wasn't hers. But what normally would happen, at least for me, is, let's say I heard something and suddenly my energy shifted. I felt the energy shift. And like 5 minutes later, I'd be like, what is wrong? What is not sitting well with me? And I would go back to that phrase, the word, the sighting, whatever it was that shifted my energy into a lower vibration. And I would say, what is it about that sentence or that what I just heard that shifted my vibration? And I will then get deeper with it. Okay, well, what did that bring up for the mind? Okay, well, what is that remind the mind of? Or what I just start asking the mind questions, because that's how I release these energies that are trying to come out, and they just sort of pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah. So for example, with your person, I don't want him to be used or taken advantage of from other people. Right off the bat, saying that automatically puts you in that vibration of a lower scale of consciousness, which means you're no longer in peace, you're no longer in love, you're no longer in joy, you're no longer in soul. So this is a really cool experience that we just had.
Since you're connected to your person energetically, when you lower your vibration, that's what you're sending your person. You're not sending them the energy that they need to get through it. You're sending them more low scale energy, adding to what they're already experiencing.
Yes, and it's 10 times worse. Oh my gosh. When my person was stressed about his work, and I swear, guys, I had notes, like 5 pages of notes in my phone, you know, like I was going in there, adding on notes and notes of tell him about this, tell him about this. I was looking for motivational quotes, and I was looking for pictures that had like motivational. So my person is really like, he loves turtles for some reason. Like he has a spiritual connection with turtles. And so I was looking for motivational quotes with turtles, like cute turtles and stuff. And I swear, it was like, pull. Because think about it. He's already stressed with work. He doesn't need 2 of our same energy being experienced 10 times. And so this is what I just realized. When you're with your person, you are experiencing, they are experiencing the same energies you're experiencing. Okay, so let's say somebody is pushing their person. Let's say they just saw each other, right? I just saw you. You're my person. I just saw you. And I am in this energy of desire. Let's just say I'm in desire and I'm pushing all that energy into my person. My person just saw me. He needs to get away because there's only one of us that could be together, which is through soul, right? Because we're one soul. There's no 2 minds repelling each other. Like, he needs to function. He needs to be able to do his work. He needs to be able to like do basic like needs for life. So he's going to have to shut me out. He's going to have to just turn me off for a little bit until I'm no longer in my mind, focused on desire, focused on, let's say I'm angry. Let's say I'm jealous. Whatever lower scale I'm pushing onto him, he can't have both low scales pushing onto him because he has his own energies to work through. And so it's so much pressure on our people when we're focusing, we're focusing so much on them, we don't realize our energies are going to them. And you guys just saw, I was experiencing other people's energy. So it's very exhausting. Can we imagine what our people is going through? I mean, I was experiencing a complete stranger's energy and I couldn't even breathe. I can't even imagine what our people are going through. Like, why am I so stressed? I haven't even talked to her. Why is she freaking me out? Why is she giving me advice about my work and sending me like pictures of turtles and crap? And what I thought was really cute and really motivating was just pushing him. He was annoyed. He was like, he was the opposite of being motivated. It's crazy. And then, you know what's really cool too? So when we went to the place and we saw all those crazy chaos, because my family, we are just so peaceful. We are just so present. We're full of love. My person said, did you notice that we didn't touch any of that interaction? Like, yeah, we were able to see it after the fact, but we didn't see it happen, and nor were we impacted by it. We saw it in a peaceful space because our energy is such a high vibration that we weren't impacted by things that didn't match our frequency and our energy. And that's what you have to do. As the awakened one, you have to stay conscious. It doesn't matter if your person is going through all these 3D things. It doesn't matter if your person is having people treat them like crap in the 3D, because you are the awakened one, and your energy of soul is the energy that vibrates and brings you and your circle around you in the highest vibration. Me staying in soul instead of being in fear and mind and anger and I don't know, scared, it was fear. I could have potentially put my family at risk if I put myself in that really low scale. I would have been there when the gun was out. Cancel. But right? Let's get real. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. Weren't we, me and you, Elizabeth, weren't we just talking the day before? I was telling her I would go to like these really high, just like high vibe locations, and I call them my suki. It's like your thing. It's in Filipino. And I realized the locations are not the place. It isn't the locations. It's me, it's my energy. I'm the one that's manifesting the experiences that are happening all around me. So you have to really, really choose the highest vibration for you, and your person will reap the benefits of you reaching the highest vibration. It isn't the location. It isn't the experiences. It is your energy, raising your energy in the highest vibration, choosing to keep your energy high, no matter what's happening in the 3D. Because that's what I felt like. It felt like, oh my gosh, there's so much chaos here. But because I was so detached from it, it was like watching it in the movies or watching it in the news, right? Like me and my family weren't touched by it. We were just watching and observing it. And because of that, we got to see it from afar, even though we were around there. It was really, really like interesting. And that's what I always want to try to strive to be, my love. I've told you guys this before. I want to be detached and untouchable from the things around me. How freaking cool is it to be so detached from everything around you that you can experience the most chaotic freaking scenario, right? Like what? Somebody being held at gunpoint? Like that's the scariest thing. And I'm like at peace. I'm literally like at peace with my family too. Holy smokes. But that's my goal, be able to be surrounded by chaos and be the peace, right? There's this like video that I saw and when I was starting in my spiritual journey, and I really, really I was watching and I was like, wow, how do I get to that point? But there was this like big fight in like a restaurant or something. Everybody's fighting. It's chaotic. It's crazy. And there's this guy in there just eating his burger, like untouched, unfazed, eating his burger. And like in the comment section, everyone's like, oh my gosh, how do you be that guy? How do you become that guy in there eating your burger while everybody else is going crazy, right? How do you experience chaos and be peace? How can you be the peace for your person when they're experiencing the most turmoil, most scariest, most like crazy things, and you're their peace? How can you be the peace for everyone around you, even though things are not okay out there in the 3D? Because you being in mind about it and being in fear about it and needing other people's energies, because I could have been there with that girl, like worried and like crying with her. I probably would have, had to have really because that energy was really, oh my gosh. And we don't realize when we're taking in other people's lower scales of energy, we are lowering ourselves, and we're then giving away our power. We're giving away our power. Your person is you. So giving away your power to your person is just going to make them pull, because they don't know what to do with that power. They're asleep to it. You want to give you your power. You want to be awakened. You want to be able to hear your person tell you all these low vibrational things. And you want to be able to look at them with peace, like Elizabeth, send them love, be love, and allow them to work those things that they're working through. And they can be like, oh, I'm sorry that, that happened. And you're still peace. You're still peace. You are the grounded tree that is unshakable, untouchable, unmovable. And all these chaos and crazy things going around does not touch you, and therefore won't touch your person either. It won't phase your person, right? Even Elizabeth's person who's having a really, really bad day, her being the peace was enough for him to recognize whoa, I'm really going I'm taking this out on other people. But if she went crazy on him and was trying to match his energy, he wouldn't have been able to identify that. And her maintaining her high vibration would have made her stoop her energy lower to his. So I hope this video allowed you guys to see energies, to see how you can control and watch your energy and keep composing your energy so that you're untouchable wherever you are, in any situation. Holy moly. Like, wow, I felt so powerful yesterday. I kind of felt like, when Moses is like parting the water, it's like, oh, I swear I was in slow motion and I wasn't scared. My kids weren't scared. My person wasn't scared. We were all just, we
Joanne,
were
it's
still
full
chilling.
surrender. It's full
It
surrender. It's like I trust
is.
my soul, and as long as I'm
Yeah.
aligned, I know I'm untouchable. You can't
No,
attract something that isn't in your vibration
no.
if you're in
It
soul.
was, that was so cool. It was so cool. What's crazy is like all these other years, I was so scared of everything. I was scared of so many things, and not once was there even an ounce of fear around me when there is just fear all around me. And I was love. I was just pure love. And when you're pure love, you get to watch the fear and not be part of it. It's really, really powerful, loves. Keep being love. I think that's like the biggest lesson that me and Elizabeth have learned in all of our experiences is we get to choose. Are we embodying fear? Are we embodying love? Am I going to lose my energy to fear, worried about my person, worried about something else, worried about other people, worried about everyone else but me? Or am I going to be love, embody love? And when I embody love, I become the love that I am for everyone else that needs that peace and that love and that energy of soul, where you can experience other people and you can be peace, even though everyone else around you is not, because we get to choose where our energy is at. So why would we intentionally choose to be in fear? Like every single moment of our life before a weekend was just fear. We didn't even know we were living in fear. As soon as you turn on the television, it's fear. As soon as you turn on the radio, it's fear.
As soon as you just said that, so I was leaving the car dealership this morning. My radio was on, and normally I just listen to like a streaming service for music, so I don't have to listen to people talk, right? And when I got in the car, the radio was on, and I was talking about how there was this news story recently where someone opened a overhead compartment on an airplane and maggots poured out of it. And I turned the station on, and I was just like, first of all, the mind is already judging that. Oh my God, maggots everywhere. Bad, right? But that's just mind. It's still duality. And I was like, and how crazy is that people feed off giving the news of this fear-based stuff, right? These fear-based stories, because anyone else listening to that that's not aligned with soul, that doesn't recognize the duality of that story, would be like, oh my God, that's horrible. What if that ever happened to me? And it would automatically bring their vibration into this lower space. So you're right, Joanne, like everything around us, when you're asleep, especially. So I'm driving and I'm like, after hearing that story and turning off and being empowered, it's like, I'm so freaking awakened. I'm so grateful to be awakened that things that touch everybody around me driving on this road right now will not affect me. They will not lower my vibration because I can see them for what they are, which is just what it is. It's not good or bad.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to be in that space.
It's so cool. It's so cool to be neutral. This is what we want to teach you guys. Be neutral. Be soul. Be neutral in your connection. When you're neutral in your connection, you're neutral in your everyday interactions, and you're no longer touched by fear. You're no longer touched by other people's fear. And you're going to help other people raise their energy. You are literally the peace and the love that most people can't embody what that is. They don't know love is them. They don't know they can choose their energy. They don't know that you're constantly being swayed to be in fear without even knowing it. And how easy is it for us to lose our alignment with love because we want to give love to other people, right? Like, because your question is very kind. Like, I love my person so much that I want to protect him and I don't want people to hurt him. And it's like that energy of automatically like putting yourself in the lower scale of people not being kind to him. mistreating him. But what we don't realize is like that energy right there, that's a low energy right away. And so what you were hoping you don't have is literally what you're going to bring in for him and for you, because you've just lowered your energy. Versus, I trust my soul. I choose love. I'm going to vibrate this energy of love. And I know that this energy is enough to protect me, my person, and everyone around me. I swear that's how I felt yesterday. I felt like that's like some deep Buddha level kind of energy where you are literally slow motion, surrendered to the experience and not touched, not faced. And I'm never going to lower my energy. I'm not going to lower my energy. This is scary for who? I'm not scared. I'm protected. I'm guided. I'm not touched by this. This is just happening around me, and I get to be the third party observer. Like I was watching it in the news in my home. I really felt like that. I felt like I was so protected that I was watching it in my home, and I just like now saying it out loud. What? You were outside where there was somebody at gunpoint? You had your children and out and you're not scared? No, I wasn't scared. My kids were like so present. They were just like, wow, how can that happen? Looking at it, and we're all looking at this experience and is like, that will never be something that will touch us because our energy is just so high. And I wasn't scared and my kids weren't scared, and it was just peaceful. And that energy that I felt of anxiousness, it was gone. It was gone. So don't let other people's energies, especially your person, dictate your energy. Your soul's got your person. You've got your person. By being present and being in soul, that is your one and only job, is to choose the vibration of soul, which is literally love. You get to choose, am I in the energy of love or am I in the energy of fear, which is mine? And when you embody love, when you embody soul, you are in the oneness of everything and everyone. I know this was really, really freaking deep. I hope this helped not only this beautiful soul that asked this question, but everyone else that's listening. I hope you can feel this is what awakening does. When you start awakening in your journey and in your connection and in your spiritual journey to the extent of always watching your energy, you start being really picky with your energy. You start recognizing this isn't me. This isn't me. If I hear something in the low vibration, I'm turning it off. If I'm around energies that don't match mine, I'm raising my energy. Because I literally did that. I was like meditating in the chaos with like 10 cops and stuff. There were like helicopters swirling and I was like, ah, like I was so peaceful. And my kids and my person was so peaceful. It was so like crazy. It felt like God was literally holding us like in this light just to like bring us to our car, to bring us to the path. We got out and got my son's shoes. Everything was so chill. It was just so crazy. This is what happens when you awaken. It feels like you're in a movie. It's like the Truman Show, right? It's like this whole orchestration of the universe, like around everywhere in your every experience, because everything is a match of your energy. And so you really truly become the creator that you are. Man, this is some deep freaking stuff. Like, this is really deep stuff, love. This is deeper than just talking about your person. This is some deep, deep stuff. And I hope you guys hear and feel into really being empowered to be the awakened soul that you are, that is the creator, that is beyond energies of others, and being in that 3D dance with your person in the physical. Be in the 5D energy so that they can be raised up with you, so they can meet you in the 5D, in the 3D, right? Like, be in the trenches with your person, showing them what soul looks like, so that when you are together in the physical, nothing touches you both. You're both untouchable. You're indestructible. You're literally dancing and flowing and floating wherever chaos and craziness and people that can hurt you don't hurt you, because they don't match your energy. Man, that was deep. We love you guys so much. Bye, loves.
Bye, love.